Hello everybody, I'm Jenny of Pampering by LJ and welcome to my channel. In my journal, I talk about and I write down some quotes and some affirmations through the week that I just really fall in love with. This week, actually yesterday, I ran across a quote by James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits. And I read this book probably a year and a half to 2 years ago and totally fell in love with the concept of what he talks about and about habits in his book. And I've really worked hard on the mindset piece related to my health journey. So yesterday, when I ran across this quote, I had to write it down in my journal. When you fall in love with the process rather than the product, you don't have to wait to give yourself permission to be happy. You can be satisfied anytime your system is running. And that's by James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, and they talk about it in that book. And it really resonates with me because that's how my health journey has been very different for the past year and a half, 2 years. It's that, yes, I'm still having habits and I still have goals, but I'm not so focused on just getting to my goal and then I'm over with this. I'm living a healthy, balanced life day in and day out, and I'm enjoying the process of being a healthy, balanced person. And so my product is not my end goal, my weight loss result, my scale number that once I get there I'm finished. No, it's about my daily habits, my monthly habits, my goals, but it's really about this falling in love with the process rather than the product. You don't have to wait to give yourself permission to be happy, because I'm happy with how I'm living on a daily basis. So I love that quote and that reminder to just really be happy with the process that I'm in and enjoying the day-to-day things that I'm doing to be a healthy, balanced person. So I wanted to reflect on that quote a little bit with you. If you haven't read that book by James Clear, the Atomic Habits book, highly recommend it. In fact, I listened to it on Audible a couple years ago. Then I ended up buying the book because I wanted to have different passages in it that I looked back on. But I really think it is one that you could I'm even thinking about re-listening to it again because I have it on Audible. So it's a good one. Let's talk about my habits this past week. So this was the week that Weight Watchers did switch over for points on everyone having the same number of points or free foods. And so I had already anticipated that was going to happen, and so I had already started that last week, but this week it officially did. And so one of the things that I thought was interesting each evening this week, when I was getting ready to have a snack before bedtime, I was having the air popcorn and then putting some things on it and counting those for points, the olive oil or butter or popcorn salt, whatever that was. But I almost felt guilty for not writing down the popcorn, and it's a free food, so you don't have to write those in your Weight Watchers app. So I don't, but I found that that was really a shift because I've been really used to counting points for corn and popcorn. And so I almost felt like I was cheating a little bit. Now I wasn't, and so it's just a little switch that I have to get used to. And I did it, but it was funny how your mind works when you're in the mentality of tracking everything that goes into your body, and but not needing to track the free things. You know, it's just different. So it's just going to take a little switch. But I did wonder, I was like, I wonder what's going to happen on the scale this week. I've been eating popcorn every night. Now, granted, my points went down, so I didn't get as many points, and so that all works itself out, I know. So, but I was kind of anxious when I was hopping on the scale this morning. I was anxious for that reason, as well as another reason. I have been pretty sick all week. So last weekend I started feeling the sinus congestion and those types of things, and started taking some Sudafed. Then as the week progressed, I started feeling worse, developed a UTI, had to miss a couple days of work this week. And so, you know, you probably can tell just by looking at my face, I'm still a little puffy in here in my eyes, and you know, you can tell that I probably don't feel my best, and I don't. I'm feeling better today than I have in the past few days, but it's not been a great week as far as congestion and things. So again, I was anxious about hopping on the scale this morning. Typically I do weigh several times a week, and this week I didn't. I just felt like crap. Stayed home a couple days to rest, went to the doctor, but you know, I haven't had any intentional movement at all because I've just not felt good enough to even get in a lot of steps at all. So I've been intentionally resting. One of the things that I actually wrote on my planner last weekend, so in my planner, I write down the way I want to feel this week, and I had written down centered, but I wasn't feeling so great when I filled this out last weekend, and so I put a reminder in here to myself, listen to your body, because I had, you know, some goals to do at least 8,000 to 10,000 steps every 4 days this week, and I didn't do any of that because I was listening to my body. My body was not feeling well, so I knew I needed to get more rest in. So I was glad. I looked back at this each day. So I didn't do my exercise or my intentional movement because I needed to stay home, rest, and go to the doctor too, which I did. But as far as my other things, my meal plan, I did well with that this week. I got blue dots every day. I stayed in my points. I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving, and I've got the food purchased, and I'm ready to get that for next week and do all of that. And I did a few house chores this week, but I didn't do as much as I wanted to. I wanted to get the house super clean and everything for Thanksgiving for next week, and I haven't dusted, I haven't swept, I haven't mopped, I haven't done any of those things. So maybe this weekend I'll feel up to it. Maybe not. Maybe just a little dusty for Thanksgiving, but that's okay. Anyway, but I do feel like I had a successful week with my habits, and I've still tracked a lot of days that I've gotten my water in every single day, and I've even gotten more water in than normal because with the sinus congestion and all that and the UTI, I want to make sure I drink even more. So I've gone over 64 ounces. Blue dots every day. Managed to do my daily rituals, instill reflections. You can see I don't have my intentional movements on there because I was sick, and wasn't as present or connected with loved ones this week because I couldn't do it. I was too sick. Still filled out my gratitude log and tracked my moods too. So all in all, I think a very successful week for my habits and my thoughts and my mindset, even though I didn't feel well. So it's Friday again. Of course, I track my weight officially in my Weight Watchers app every Friday, and I am down again this week. So I told you I was anxious because of the congestion and everything and the points changing over, but I still dropped. I was down, I'll put it right up here, down 0.4 of a pound this morning. So I'm glad about that because next week is Thanksgiving. And so I've been thinking about what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my official weigh-in next week on Thursday. I'm not going to do that on Friday. I'm not going to do that to myself because I am having Thanksgiving, and I'm going to have I'm making a lot of traditional things, stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, pie, those kind of things, and I'm going to enjoy it all on Thursday with my family. But I know that will make me retain water and all kinds of stuff, so I'm not going to do my official weigh-in on the next morning on Friday. No, I'm going to go ahead and do it Thursday morning, and then that'll be my weight number for next week, and then, you know, just get back on track on Friday, Saturday, Sunday with my blue and purple dots and tracking everything in my Weight Watchers app. But that's how I'm planning to spend my Thanksgiving, which I know that, you know, I have a goal this month that I wouldn't want to get to negative 75 pounds. I'm not there yet, and maybe it won't happen by the end of November. I'm still working on it though. But I know you throw in Thanksgiving, but it's only one day of eating. It's not going to be 4 or 5 days of eating. So that's the plan. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you next week for some more healthy recipes and my health journey check-in for my Friday weigh-in.